the day, but this has taken me a really long time to write and I have absolutely no motivation during this period of time, so I'm just going to get right into it, but first I need to finish my drive. Greg Merrill, a parent of a freshman at Winnicott, noticed that there was a shortage of food at the Seabrook food bank, and he put a request for food on Facebook. The word got around fast and they traveled up the seacoast collecting. They posted saying that they would come and pick up all of the donations instead of having everyone go to the food bank. A week after they started the campaign, almost a ton of food was donated. We can't stop there. If you'd like to donate, please email him. That one took a couple tries, but Hannah, isn't that cool?
That's incredible that we get so much in 1 week. I'll be sure to donate.
Me too, but speaking of food.
Okay, I know you like food, but...
No. This was a transition into yours and Gianna's Market Basket story. You know, food, Market Basket, I don't know, okay?
Alright, I did this. Let's roll it.
With COVID-19 spreading more and more each day, many Americans are being sent home from work and forced to either do work from home or file for unemployment. But some jobs are necessary for the public and physically cannot close down. One of these stores includes Market Basket. If Market Basket and other supermarkets were closed, people would struggle to buy food to survive. Since the employees have to continue work, a 59-year-old employee from the Salem Market Basket has actually died from coronavirus. 2 other employees have also tested positive, but the store remains opened. Due to the panic of the public and the fear of not being able to get food before it's gone, the population at these supermarkets has increased rapidly. All toiletry product shelves are empty, along with many canned items. Limits are put in place now on certain items to try and distribute fairness. With the vast amount of people inside of the stores, lines were put in place in order to get inside. This system prevents too many people being inside that can increase the speed of the virus. Market Basket is also enforcing lines on the floor 6 feet apart that customers must stand behind. Natalia Bertowski, a cashier at the small Market Basket, says that the store has been crazy since Corona has hit.
I worked at Market Basket around 2 to 3 weeks ago, I think 3 weeks ago, and it was really busy even then. That was just the start of the coronavirus in the US. It was just getting bad, and the lines would be like 8 carts per register, and every register in the store would be open. The customers are pretty understanding and understand why the store is so busy and that they're not going to be able to go through like within 30 minutes. They're going to have to wait in line for a bit.
Since Market Basket is still open, employees who are choosing not to work due to the virus cannot receive unemployment. This leaves those who need to continue working for the money having to face coronavirus every day.
A lot of older workers that have to provide for their families at Market Basket don't get the option to go on unemployment since their employment is still functioning and they're seen as like a necessary job. So I don't think the wages are fair. I think they should be raised. I don't think the money is enough to warrant the risk.
With many workers in fear of how fast Corona can spread, store manager Sam Arujo says that the employees need to take extra precautions to stay safe.
It's not enforced, but the employees are allowed to wear masks and gloves if they choose. We're limiting the number of people in the actual store according to the square footage of the building and the amount of employees in the store at one time. So I think for my store, which is the little one in Seabrook, it's about 35 customers at a time. So we have people wait in a line outside.
He went on to talk about what it's like managing during a time like this.
It's a lot more hectic. Everyone's running in, trying to grab food and toilet paper, and hard to tell people that we don't have anything else.
Some shoppers realize that employees at our supermarkets are some of our unsung heroes in this crisis, due to them taking the risk to serve us. Wish your cashiers the best of luck as you are shopping, because while you may be scared to enter a supermarket, they are dealing with being surrounded by people every day. For WHTV, this is Gianna and Hannah.
Please make sure to follow the rules of the store so you can make the employees' lives easier.
Okay, writing this alone has been quite difficult, so I decided to bring an alumni in.
Glad to help, Jules. Kyle Harrington here. Pleasure to be back on the WHTV desk. I feel right at home.
A lot of things have changed since you've been there.
So I've heard. What is this whole new TikTok thing I hear is hot in the streets?
You don't even know what TikTok is?
Not the slightest clue.
Okay, boomer. Well, we just did a story on TikTok in quarantine.
Shout out D-Rob.
Since school is at home and students have more free time throughout the day, a lot of kids spend time watching TikToks, and lately there have been a lot about what is happening in our lives right now with Corona. Lots of people have been making TikToks talking about social distancing, online schooling, quarantine, and how bored they are in their houses. We asked a couple of students that watch and make TikToks to see if they find themselves and others on TikTok more.
I would say that I'm definitely on it, probably double the time. Because, even, when I'm supposed to be doing schoolwork, I just always, somehow end up on TikTok.
Oh, for sure. I have definitely used TikTok more during quarantine because I have nothing else to do. All of my classes are done within one day, and I just get all of the work done whenever I want to. And during my extra time, I can't do anything else, so I just go on TikTok all the time.
TikTok is known for being a great time waster, and many people have been posting about what they wish they were doing outside of quarantine.
Yeah, it's also fun to see, what Charli D'Amelio's doing.
Since Charli D'Amelio has a lot of fame on TikTok and we don't, I asked that if since quarantine has started, if their TikToks have received any more fame than usual.
Haven't gotten famous once. It's
Not gonna lie, definitely got a little bit more fame, not gonna lie. One day I posted 4 times and 2 of my videos got kind of, not famous or anything, but over 100 likes, and one of them had 500 likes. That's good for me, not gonna lie.
We asked them what they've been seeing on their For You page recently, with everyone in quarantine going through the same thing.
whole For You page is just about Corona and the quarantine and how everyone is making all these DIY things. Everyone's so bored.
I've definitely seen more quarantine craft videos. I made this DIY last night. I found this one off my For You page.
I've seen a lot of cooking ones of people doing recipes of what they're making during quarantine. I've tried some of them, just saying they're pretty good. But I made the little quarantine oatmeal balls. Those were really good.
Well, Winnicott, that's all we have for you today. From our homes, Julia and Hannah. I go on TikTok way too much. I go on for 5 minutes and it ends up being 2 hours, right?
Why don't we just watch our last story for the week, Julia?
Okay, so do you ever wonder what remote learning is like for people elsewhere?
Yeah, I guess so.
Good, because Alyssa asked some people not from here about their experience with it so far.
As I sat in my room trying to think of a story idea, I started to wonder what it's been like for other kids during this time. With about 3.7 million high schoolers expected to graduate in the US this year, I thought I'd talk to a few of them to see how their schools have handled online learning.
I'm Kai. I'm from Connecticut. I go to school at Fairfield Prep, and I'm a senior.
I'm Imogen. I'm from New York City. I'm 17.
Hi, my name is Eugenie. I'm from Canada. It's more specifically Quebec City. I'm 17, and I am in secondary 5, which is the equivalent of 11th grade.
My school overall has been pretty good. It's a lot of Zoom. For the last few days though, we stopped Zoom just to get control of the Zoom bombers and all of that. But other than that, it's been okay. It's a lot of sent work, worksheets, online tests, but in general, it feels like it's doing pretty good.
So all of my teachers have Zoom calls at least once a week. And then when we don't, we have online assignments that the teachers can monitor. And we have always used this thing called Power School Learning. But now, a lot more teachers post assignments on it so that we can, see the schedule.
We have 3 classes in the morning, and they just let us do our homework in the afternoon. I can spend 3 to 5 hours a day doing work. Sometimes I literally don't do anything because I hate it. But Yeah, like I try to work, but then I'm really lazy, so now I work really slow.
With Kai and Eugenie both in their senior years, I was curious about how the rest of their senior year had been affected.
Just a couple days ago, they canceled the rest of the school year, so like no one's going back. But my spring sports are still postponed. Like my track season is still postponed, but they're gonna probably be canceling it in the coming days because a lot of schools are not going back. And prom was canceled, both junior and senior prom. But graduation, it's like still to be determined. So we think we're gonna have it later in the summer instead of later.
This is my senior year, so like it kind of sucks because we have ultimate frisbee season, and I'm probably gonna miss it. And there's like the talent show that's canceled there, and then there's my prom, which we don't really know about yet.
In terms of what businesses were still open, it was pretty similar across the board.
Only essential businesses are allowed to be open, like places that sell food, but not restaurants, like supermarkets, some bakeries. But like my mom works at a department store, and she's like the visual director, and they've completely had to shut down.
Hospitals obviously are still open, grocery stores, drugstores, some fast food restaurants, although they only do like drive-through.
A lot of local places are like open, but like you can't go to eat there. Like it's like all takeout or like delivery. But other than that, it's been okay. But like all other things, other than restaurants have been closed, like malls, movie theaters, all of that stuff has been closed.
With all of us pretty much stuck in our homes, there has been a surplus of free time to do some exercise or even try out a new hobby.
I do bar classes sometimes to stay in shape. And at my mom's in Brooklyn, I have a garden, so sometimes I do my classes out there. Oh, I fixed my typewriter. I've been meaning to fix that for like 3 years.
Either FaceTime with my friends, doing work pretty much, because my school has not light up on the workload, that's for sure. And then pretty much listen to music, spend time with my family.
I tried doing like easy recipes because I like eating, but I don't like cooking. I've been drawing, painting, and a lot of my time is spent doing school stuff. Also, like, I take really long walks outside.
While we may not be going back this year, it seems as though this is true for seniors everywhere. For WHTV, this is Alyssa.
Well, at least I have 3.7 million other people suffering with me. That's all I have for you today, Winnacunnet. Stay safe and healthy. An alumni in.
Dude, alumni.
Yeah, I guess so.
Winnacunnet, that's all.
Welcome back to WHTV. Beep. Line.